Hi students, today we are studying about basic concepts of object-oriented programming. So what are the basic concepts of object-oriented programming? The basic concept of object-oriented programming are objects, classes, data abstraction and encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, dynamic binding, and message passing. Yes. Object means basic runtime entities in an object-oriented system. They may represent a person, a place, a bank account, a table of data, or any item that the program has to handle. Programming problem is analyzed in terms of objects and the nature of communication between them. Objects take up space in the memory and have an associated address. Classes means a class is a collection of objects of similar type. The entire set of data and code of an object can be made user-defined data type with the help of a class. Objects are variables of the type class. Each object is associated with the data of type class with which they are created. Data abstraction and encapsulation, wrapping of data and functions into a single unit, is known as encapsulation. Data is not accessible to the outside world, and only those functions which are wrapped in the class can access it. Insulation of the data from direct access by the program is called data hiding or information hiding. Abstraction refers to the act of representing essential features without including the background details or explanations. Attributes are sometimes called data members because they hold information. The functions that operate on these data are sometimes called methods or member functions. Since the classes use the concept of data abstraction, they are known as abstract data types. Atlantic Daylight Time. Inheritance means process by which objects of one class acquire the properties of objects of another class. Support the concept of hierarchical classification. Inheritance provides the idea of reusability. We can add additional features to an existing class without modifying it. Polymorphism means ability to take more than one form. An operation may exhibit different behaviors in different instances. Behavior depends upon the types of data used in the operation. The process of making an operator to exhibit different behaviors in different instances is known as operator overloading. Dynamic binding means binding refers to the linking of a procedure call to the code to be executed in response to the call. Dynamic binding means that the code associated with a given procedure call is not known until the time of the call at runtime. Associated with polymorphism and inheritance. Message passing means object-oriented program consists of a set of objects that communicate with each other. Creating classes that define objects and their behavior. Creating objects from class definitions, establishing communication among objects. A message for an object is a request for execution of a procedure, and therefore will invoke a function in the receiving object that generates the desired result. The benefits of OOPS are modularity for easier troubleshooting, reuse of code through inheritance, flexibility through polymorphism, and effective problem solving. The disadvantage of OOPS are object-oriented programs are much larger than other programs. Object-oriented programs require a lot of work to create. Object-oriented programs are slower than other programs because of their size. Okay students, I hope all of you have understood.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.